Hi everyone! Wasn't that absolutely wonderful from our magic, wonderful man of God? He gave you some word, didn't he? I'm just so excited. And so he's going to continue. But you know, before we go there, you know what we're going to do. We got to hear from my sidekick. And he's getting ready to light your fire. Come on, baby, light your fire. Anyway.
Okay, what do you say when you get angry with a devil worshiper? Go to heaven!
Did you hear that one? That's going to make them think, huh?
That's what I say anyway.
And now we are going to turn it over to Magnet Mike.
Magnet Maxx.
Yeah.
Maxx.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I
good. I go by either one. So I'm going to begin talking about God in a little different way that some of you have not heard before, but it happens to be my own understanding. Now, this has to do with the differences between people. Okay, now, in the Catholic Church, talks about 4 different personality types, which is all fine, and it's reasonable. But let me talk about how God created in the beginning. Well, initially there was this void, and this void was moisture. And so for this moisture to settle someplace in the form of water, then God created the earth, so that water could settle in the earth. And now the beautiful thing about that is that water will take any form that is poured into. It's mutable. It can go any place, in any direction. It can be deep or it can be shallow. It can move fast or it can move slow. So that's the quality of water. And the quality of earth, of course, is that it is solid. It doesn't move. It changes very little over a period of time, and it needs water in it for plants to grow, for life to grow. I mean, it's very simple.
Yes.
And so you have those 2 elements. You have first the water, and then you have the earth. Well, then the air is created, and air is an important element because it provides oxygen to the water and to the soil. And so you have the opportunity for growth there. So air is always moving, like water is moving on the earth, air is always moving up above. Now, these elements they will freeze by themselves. So you have to have fire. You have to have the fire element to warm them up. And so when you warm them up, you have a harmony of these 4 elements that are all working together, and those elements work together the same as people do, because some people are born under the sign of the water, and some people are born under the sign of the earth. Now, water, like you are, and earth, like you are, they get together very nicely because each one complements the other one. I mean, it's a very simple thing. And whereas air and fire are also complementary to one another, because fire needs air to breathe, and air needs fire to keep it warm. So there we go. That's that aspect of it. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I always wondered, why is it that people, why is it these chemtrails are getting to me? Why is it that people are feel very comfortable with some and not with others? Well, I reason it this way, that you either really get along with someone and there's maybe some magic there initially, or you feel kind of neutral about them, or you don't really care for them. So that was my experience, and I wondered why that was happening. So I got into studying this astrological stuff a little bit, not too deep, because if you can get too deep, it can become a source of evil, which I don't believe in. But still, on the other hand, God created these different elements, and He created these different personalities in people, the same as He created the 4 elements in nature. You have to have the 4 seasons in nature to get along, and each one complements the other. If you take one out of its place and put it with the other one, there's going to be disharmony. I mean, that's basically it. Well, then I went a little bit further and into understanding because there's a 12-year cycle of the planets, and every year during that cycle there happens to be a personality, and how it is that there was a personality that was attributed to each year of the 12 years is beyond me. I don't know. I only know that when these different animals, Chinese animals, are looked at, some animals get along and some animals fight with one another, and it's the same kind of thing all over again, and it's just a different perspective. But it's just a fun thing. But again, God created it all, and if a person wants to make something evil of it, I guess they could, but it isn't necessary, and it's just something good to know, and it's a fun thing, and for people who want to understand why they're compatible with others or not. I mean, there you go, and that's what I have to say.
All right. He's straightforward, straight to the punch. Straight to the punch. I want to thank you. That was really, really, really good. Now, we're going to be asking a lot of questions later. I'm going to get into questions. We're going to leave you. We will be back in a few. And I want you to smile.
Smile.
I know that you've been going through different things because I've been feeling it. And I want you to know that it's going to be all right. It is going to be all right. And you have to have faith and believe. And what did I tell you earlier? For those people that are now exactly on the same line which he was talking about, for those people that are talking negative in your ears, putting that in your ears, faith cometh by hearing. That means that they're not putting faith within you or saying something positive to you. So you need to get them out of your, okay, I don't care if they're family or not, they need to leave. And for people that are with you, okay, to support you and help you, and who believe, okay, in what you're doing, that's who you want to listen to. Now, he's giving us information. Take time and stop, okay? Stop the movie and then listen to it and write it down. I want you to go over it and go over it, and I want you to sit and remember what I've taught you about just getting into that place. Remember that ball in your hand, that small one, and remember we want to make sure that energy level is going, and just sort of close your eyes, and I want you just to remember and meditate and feel that energy going back and forth, that energy going back and forth, and I want you to breathe deep and release it, okay, and breathe. I want you to do that and think about what he said because it was deep. It was deep. Okay? And then don't forget when the energy feels so darn good though, so tingly. But don't forget, okay, where you're supposed to put it. Now I was dealing with an issue. So just lightly. Okay, just lightly. We're not grabbing. Just lightly and let that energy. I feel fabulous. Anyway, Shar is back. All right. Smile. Until the next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good. How long did that go?